One of our programs that is in dire need of reform today is our food stamps program. With the food stamps program, it was originally set up as a temporary program in the 1930s during the Great Depression. Now, when it first began, it was mailed to your house in booklets from family members, and it was rationed out. You would get bread, milk, juice, essential stuff that you would need. Now, that program did go away for a while, and in the 1963, President Kennedy decided that he wanted to revamp the program. However, it was not revamped during his time in office. Unfortunately, before he could approve it, he was assassinated. Now, President Johnson in February of 1964 decided to set into effect the executive order for the food stamp program to begin again. Now, when the food stamp program began again, it was books of coupons. With the books of coupons, you would go to the bank and you would have to show photo ID. When you showed the photo ID and made sure everything matched up, we decided as a government that it needed to be updated. So at that point in time, we decided to go to an EBT debit card system to try to eliminate some of the abuse, because what was happening was that some of the things that the stamps program was meant for was not being met, such as people were using the stamps for financial gain, not to get food for their families, but possibly to even sell it for drug money or a variety of reasons. But it wasn't meant for its intended purposes. So some of the things that they did when they put the EBT card into effect is that it's supposed to be verified with the driver's license or state ID when you go to the store. The cashier is supposed to check all the information and make sure that it checks out. Unfortunately, not all cashiers do that. So what was happening was one person would give their card to another person and another person. And not only that, people that aren't really supposed to be getting food stamps somehow are. And they're using one person's card, then another person's card. I've seen in times, there was one cashier that took 3 different cards from one person. Now, that's definitely a form of abuse. Now, to make sure that this abuse does not happen again, there needs to be steps made and taken to prevent this. One of the steps that need to be prevented is that there should be mandatory drug testing. Now, with the mandatory drug testing, I don't think you should let the participants know, oh, the second Tuesday of next week, we're going to have a drug test on you. No, it should definitely be a surprise, because chances are, if people know they're being drug tested, there are definitely ways that you can clean out your system. And it is not fair to the people that actually need the food stamps to provide for their families to be penalized for other people that really aren't entitled to them. And with this, it is for the benefit of all for the drug testing. Now, if you're not doing anything wrong, then obviously you shouldn't have a problem with it, because all it is going to do is save taxpayers money. And another thing, I do definitely think that we should go back to the old way of the food coupons, such as it was in the Great Depression, where it entitled you to bread, milk, different things like that. I don't like the way the system is set up now. There's so many abuses, such as people going through with steak, lobster. Now, come on. If you can't afford to buy it when you're working, then the taxpayers shouldn't be paying for other people to do it as well. I think it should be more of a necessity program than a comfort program, because a necessity program, you really need the help. And with the help, you don't want to make it a lifelong career of extorting financial gain from the government. It's just wrong. And with the new cards, I think it should be done as how it is with the WIC system. There should be a list of foods kept at the registers on what you're allowed and what you're not allowed. As well as the credit cards should have an encrypted thumbprint and a photo ID picture that you have to verify with your either state ID or driver's license. And this is how I think that we can restructure our food stamps program. Thank you.